Welcome to the Trail Blood Podcast. I am Christian Creasy.
I'm Lionel Chapman.
Ira Childs.
In today's episode, we are going to discuss our top 5 worst sequels in the horror genre. We know this was a long time coming, and this is a topic it must be discussed.
Yes.
We need, because there's some lot of sequels out there that didn't live up. That sucked
Garbage.
horribly.
Trash.
So, we're gonna talk about the 5 top sequels.
R5 top.
Our 5 top sequels that sucked. And we're gonna do a part 2 of this because there's plenty more on that list that sucked.
Suck.
Okay. So, at number 5, that worst sequel of the franchise that sucked is Jason X.
Come on, man.
Jason X, really? Jason in space?
Jason.
Really? You freeze this motherfucker like this is Double-ish, man.
Teddy bear.
Then, like, years into the future, he breaks out, unthaw himself, and he goes on a murder rampage in space, and you have this android who's supposedly, like, it seems like he took fucking Double-ish Man and aliens and put them together, and it came out to be garbage. It sucked. I don't know where to begin. Oh my God! What the story alone? Just motherfuckers in space, bro.
Turn it to cyber Jason.
Turn to cyber Jason and shit.
You know.
I mean, I don't know. Y'all take it, man, because this.
Anytime you take any horror or whatever out, if it's not
Aliens
outer space movie,
Yeah.
you take someone out of space, you gotta know that it's trash. Highly disappointed. The best part about this movie was like the super shredder Jason at the very end.
Yeah.
With that whole get up, that was dope as hell. But nah, you can't take nobody in space and expect the franchise followers to think it's a cool movie.
I know.
That's what happened when it's about money.
They was trying to. I don't know who owned the rights now. I think it was New Line. I mean, come on, Bob Shea. You was still the owner during that time. Why would you put that in theaters? I didn't even go see it in theater. I waited till that shit came out on video on HBO before, cable was not expensive during those times. But I'm like, man, I remember at the AMC theater in Forest City with my cousin Anthony. And we looked at the poster because we was going to see another movie. I don't know if it was Resident Evil, the first one. It was somewhere around that time when this shit came out. And we looked at the poster and we're like, what the fuck? Ooh. Jason X in space?
Yeah.
Really?
Could have kept that one.
Yeah, y'all could have kept that. Y'all could have put that shit straight to DVD.
Of course, they usually used unnamed actors, and that's okay for the horror genre. But the acting in this was just shitty.
Shady.
Yeah. I mean, the android, nothing against her, but it's like fucking Aliens meets Jason and shit. She's the android of the thing, and old boy has a crush on her. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
you got no game? You really want to try to fucking android?
It
A
should have been
robot, bro?
no shots against Sci-Fi Channel, but it should have been a Sci-Fi original.
A sci-fi original.
We are filmmakers, so we know how hard it is to make a
Right.
film. But damn, come on, y'all.
It's not, see, I don't blame the cast and the crew because if it was my position and I needed to make a name or get my big break, I probably would do the movie. So I'm not trying to shit on the cast because, you got to do what you got to do. I mean, shit, people got bills to pay and the crew too. I know everybody should probably just sign up because they definitely got shit. They needed the money.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it seems like we get it. But damn, man, the writer, man, who the fuck? Man, let me find out who wrote that shit again. If I see you, it's gonna be a misunderstanding. So, if you want to see it, go see Jason X. Shit.
It should be on some streaming platform.
It
Don't go into it expecting
right.
1 through 9.
Get your popcorn.
Yeah.
Get your
I mean, if your chick wants to see it, I mean, that's something like date night, sitting at home with the chick.
Yeah.
You want to snuggle with her with a big bucket of butter popcorn and watch that.
Yeah, go and check it out.
Smoke a little weed because it's just
You're going to be tripped.
you gonna be tripping.
You know what? Maybe that will enhance it and make it better.
Right.
You know,
Call up your local neighborhood weed guy, and you know, 'cause that shit sucked.
Let's get to our next.
Number 4.
Don't even say the first name. Just say 3. It should just be called 3.
damn.
Damn, is that horrible?
Hey,
What film are you referring to?
Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. There was no witch in the movie.
No, there was no Michael either.
And there was no. I get that, you know, that what John Carpenter was trying to do in Deborah Hill, because they want to do something different.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing when they did the Halloween Ends, but that's going to be on the next one, part 2. You know, fucking Corey. But anyway, but it's like, well, the reason why it did fail, I understand you go for it and you want to do something different. There's nothing wrong with doing something different, but the fans at this time is still on that Michael Myers like high, and this is still the 80s, and this is when slasher is still taking off. I mean, sometimes you just gotta say, even though I'm bored with it, but this is what the fans want. You know, it's like, put Michael in there, and that's why it failed, because it was Michael, and there's no witch.
yeah.
Man,
It should have just been called the 3, because you had the witch, the mask. You had the pumpkin mask. You had the witch mask, and you had
the jack-o'-lantern. No, you had the pumpkin mask, you had the witch mask, and the skeleton.
Yeah.
just should have been called 3.
I mean,
The three elements.
Yeah.
Instead of Halloween, but the 3 of the major elements of Halloween.
because that's what they put in there. They're doing 3 major. That's what the movie was surrounded by.
And the toy company was brainwashing people through the TV or something like that. So
It's like, where's the?
that's exactly
that kind of music.
that's
you know?
that's what you take away
It's
from
like, where's? And I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck is the witch.
it. I don't think there's a witch in there. But see, the thing is, a lot of people were fooled by the name. So then maybe they should have said Halloween Presents or something
Right.
like that. you
Or
know?
John Carpenter presents
Right.
this continuation, or Halloween something.
Yeah.
Haunted something. Not a haunted Halloween. That's me right there, baby. But yeah.
And that's where the critical critique comes in at, because I'm going to see this movie. I'm paying my, I don't know, at the time, $5-6 to go see it. And I'm expecting to see Michael Myers. And
you don't.
You don't see Michael Myers. So immediately you're already pissed off because you haven't seen Michael.
And I remember going to, I was spending the night over my cousin's house in University Park when I was a kid, growing up, you know. And this is when, you know, you still have Family Video, which is still in business, by the way. Shout out to Family Video, Blockbuster. But they have their Family Video out there, still in the same spot till this day. And we drove out there, and we, you know, my cousin's father was like, pick whatever movie y'all want. We wanted horror, we wanted this and that. I saw Halloween 3. I'm like, dang, is it Halloween 3? Okay, I was expecting to see Michael Myers. I didn't see Season of the Witch. I saw a witch. I'm like, okay, maybe Michael Myers dealing with a witch or something. But okay, whatever. We come back home. I got my Popeyes sitting there as a little kid with the biscuits and you know what I'm saying? Me and my cousins ready and shit. We looking at it. I'm looking at.
About to get the itis.
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm 20 minutes. I'm like, where's Mike? I'm like, this is boring. I'm like, cut it off. I'm like, hey, look, turn on Batman and the Phantom Menace.
But hold on. somebody told me that Michael Myers was on the roof.
Hey, in the version I saw, Michael was on the roof. It was a small, quick cameo.
That he was looking at people.
If anybody seen the version where Michael Myers was on the roof in Halloween 3,
Post it,
please.
I want to see it.
Maybe my auntie had the super bootleg version, but
And you know the funny part about it? When Scream Factory released in 2021, the first 3, no, the first 5 of the 4K Blu-ray Ultimate collector's edition of Halloween, Season of the Witch was there. See, I bought the first 1, 2, 4, and 5. Then last year I bought the rest, and this year I finally, because you convinced me, just to have it for my collection, Season of the Witch.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it a shot and look at it. I know it's sucked. It still sucks, but I'll just keep it for my collection and look at the behind the scenes and stuff.
Shout
So
out to the actor that was in there that I forgot the gentleman's name. He played in Night of the Creeps as well.
yeah. So so that's Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. So same thing, get with your girl with a big butt, get a butter popcorn, snuggling up with y'all, get some weed and whatever.
and listen to Happy Halloween, Halloween.
Right. Smoke that shit, you know. So at number 3 comes this one, my God. Man. Don Mancini.
I'm on the fence about this one.
The Seed of Chucky.
Plastic babies having babies.
Oh man. I knew like the Inner Bride of Chucky was setting it up for a sequel because the baby was born. But this was horrible. This, oh my God. I mean, this is like the first transgender thing they ever talked about in this film. Because Chucky wanted him to be a boy. The mom wanted him to be a girl. He's saying he's neither. He's which is, that was the first time it's addressed. It is kind of funny how they did it too, because it was funny.
Yeah.
And it had some funny elements because, you had Redman. You had Redman in there. Oh, shit. And, I guess Chucky has super sperm because she got Tiffany, what's her name?
Jennifer Tilly.
Jennifer Tilly's character,
Yeah.
who actually she played herself, got pregnant super quick.
Yeah.
He did.
And the funny thing about it, she thought it was Redman's baby. He was like, I got castrated a long time ago. So it can't be my baby.
The interesting part about it was to have a doll with an identity crisis, which nothing against anyone who,
Right.
it was just kind of funny. That was a funny element to it. Was the story the best? No, not at all. The kills were just okay, and
I thought the kills was cheesy.
When you got money, you can do things like that. It's all about the money.
because they killed someone with like dropping acid on his head or something. It just didn't live up to the prior versions of Chucky.
No, because
that's when a totally different direction.
That's when you're milking it.
yeah,
You're milking the idea.
because Bride of Chucky was great.
You're milking it.
Bride of Chucky was great, but this one just didn't live up. But the rest was good.
Could have made Chucky versus Leprechaun or something.
I would have saw that. That seemed like a more better story,
Yeah, man.
And so, but I have the whole Blu-ray collection of Child's Play series, so all 7 with that on there. And every time I watch it, I always laugh at it because it is funny, but it still sucked.
Yeah.
Nothing against Mr. Mancini. I think I'm pronouncing his last name right. Man. But
I'm just a Chucky fan, so so that's why I was on the fence about it. Like I said, it had its good parts, it had its bad parts, but is it one of the top tier out of the franchise? No.
No.
More so
Yeah,
the bottom,
no.
basement.
Oh, sorry.
It sucked, to put it that way. And this one, boy, at number 2, this one's I don't know. I'm kind of like how you feel about the Seed of Chucky.
This one I
You
don't
just
feel
gonna
it.
change.
This one, man,
just
man, this was Jeep. Number 2 is Jeepers Creepers 3.
They can have him on creatine.
We ain't talking about the recent Jeepers Creepers. That's gonna go on the list next episode when we talking about sequels that sucked. That shit sucked.
Creeper was extra strong looking.
But this one, oh man, I understand the story because this was like the prequel to number 1 and 2, right?
Don't change this look though.
It doesn't, but it was the precursor to the prequel to 1 and 2. If you look at the chronological movie timeline, it was 3, then 1 and 2, or 3, then 1, then 2, or 1, then 3, then 2. It's one of those two because at the end of 3, we see him going on the bus for the basketball
You
game.
see my face.
It sucked, yeah. It sucked. So Ira, you had something to say about this?
Well, Victor Salva, I hope I'm saying his name right. He was involved early in the making of Jeepers Creepers 3. In fact, I think he might have finished it. But the whole thing was rushed. Some stuff he did back in 93 came back, and he was, counseled for that. And so I don't know how much influence he had on part 3, but I thought part 3 was more about the truck than the creeper itself.
Yeah.
And that just took me out of it. It went straight to sci-fi. It was kind of hard to find for a
DVD
while.
too.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, yes, we live in a time where things are going straight to video, and they sometimes are typically pretty good. But this one there's no story there. There's nothing even close to part 1 and part 2 in this movie.
Because they could have, I could have just finished where 2 left off at.
But see, that's the thing with this. For 23 days, every 23rd spring, you got 23 days of stories y'all could tell, but you focus on a prequel. No.
Yeah. Because it takes all 3 movies takes place within those 23 days that he's doing, and I think the number 2 is like getting close to the 23rd day, so it's at the intel of spring. But yeah, I think that what happened to him? Well, we're just gonna say he had being a child pedophile or something, but he served his time,
Right.
which we get, and we know we ain't trying to, it sucks, it's fucked up. But just like a cop said one time to me, once they done their time, they paid their dues. That's it. You see that he ain't trying to. You see that he wasn't doing any other allegations. He was trying to, straighten up his life. People can change, man. People
Absolutely.
change, and we should give people benefit of the doubt. I mean, we give fucking drug dealers a second chance, right? Criminals and murderers second chances at life, right?
The bottom line.
Even though it was fucked up that he did.
Don't put out garbage.
Right. Still. But yeah, don't put out garbage at the same time. But yeah. So Jeepers Creepers 3, this is another one that you sit down, snuggle with your chick with a big bucket of butter, popcorn.
On a boring Sunday.
You know what I'm saying? Get you your favorite chocolate chip cookies and some weed. And some weed and watch that shit. You know?
I think for you.
Yeah.
You Jeepers Creepers lovers.
Yeah. And now we're gonna go to number 1. And this stains a lot.
Yeah, you hurt my feelings.
Which is number 1 on the sequels that sucked.
Candyman 2.
Is Candyman 2.
Farewell to the flesh.
Farewell to the flesh. Farewell to the whole fucking franchise. 'Cause that shit did suck.
You just left Chicago, huh?
Left Chicago and going to New Orleans, but New Orleans was where he started from.
Yeah.
Just
Just sucked.
So what sucked about this movie, guys?
It sucks so much that I don't remember it.
Ha!
I don't.
It's like a horrible ex. Like, what do you remember about that relationship? It sucked so bad.
I just remember.
I just don't remember it.
just like the trailer. I just remember a lot of artwork.
Well, I know what I loved about it. Just one part is his backstory, how he came to be, because he fell in love with a white woman. They was married, and that's what happened during slavery time. So, which understand how he got his hook. They chopped his arm off, put the hook, and put the honey on him. All the bees came and stuff. So, which is what?
So what? So maybe it was more of an origin story than anything.
Yeah.
But we were expecting part 1 to be in part 2.
I'm tired of these origin stories. We know what happened to Candyman. We seen the new one. We found out that it was more than one character. That's Candyman.
But the original came back at the end
Yeah, he did.
That was the dopest part of that one.
because it was the original. That's why.
Tony Todd.
Yep.
We would like to sit down.
It was him all along, period. Possessing the other guy.
Mr. Todd, Mr. Tony Todd. We would like to sit down and talk to you and pick your mind.
About part 2, right?
Yeah. Find out if this was something financially was a good idea or something.
Sometimes it does. Sometimes these actors do it because it's a financial
Or
thing.
maybe it was something.
Jamie Lee Curtis said she done Halloween H2O even though it was a box office success and a cult classic because of the money.
Yeah, she said she was done with it.
And she came back because they offered that check to her. But she realized, it did sell at the box office.
You know what they should start
Yeah,
doing?
it did.
Start getting these actors more input. If they made the first film successful, start getting them more input in these films.
Yep.
To
Yeah.
go off topic, and they will agree with me, Wesley Snipes with Blade. Listen to that man.
3. Yeah, he even talked about it.
Yeah.
How it was the wrong decision of David Goyer being a director. And that movie was like $50 to $65 million in budget. That's why they got into it, because he didn't know what the fuck he was doing. Still love you, David Goyer. I mean, you did wrote Batman Begins, baby. And Man of Steel, baby.
Yeah.
So, watch Candyman 2 if you're not too scared.
Get you a big bucket of popcorn like my brother, Mr. Greasy's had.
Yeah, get you some weed, man. Get your favorite edible.
Get you some cognac.
Because that's the only way you
Some
can get
cognac.
some cognac. Next minute, they're going to be shooting craps. Like, this movie sucks so bad. Man, get them craps going on. But, yeah, follow us on Instagram. You know how you can do it on Instagram. With the gram. Trio _of_blood. And follow us on TikTok. Trio _3_horror. Follow us on Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and follow us on YouTube, because this episode is going to be on YouTube.
Like, share, subscribe, please.
Yes, and what's your favorite sequels that sucks? We're going to be doing another one, a second one of this too, because we got a bunch like Nightmare 5 and 6.
Woo!
That franchise, man, that one, ooh.
American Werewolf in Paris.
American Werewolf in Paris.
Boom!
Both the Grudges 1 and 2.
He said both.
Both
1 and 2.
1 and 2. It's just not the sequel. It's just, don't get me
I
started
know
on that
what you
shit.
did last summer, part 7.
I still know what you did last summer. The sequel.
I actually enjoyed that one.
seen-
'Cause Brandy
I
did pretty
still-
good.
Oh yeah, that was pretty good. But I seen number 7.
I
I think that was on
the
Sci-Fi
third, not the second one. I'm talking about the third one. I still know what you did last summer.
Yeah, I did too much.
I still know something. I know what you did last summer, and I still know what you did last summer. It's another one they have to put. I still know what you did last summer.
Still did too much.
And we got one of the Wrong Turn sequels. Oh, Jesus. Good Lord. And
You fucked up at the
The
two.
third Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Ugh. Ooh, Jesus. So, let us know in the comments. So, we're going to talk about some more of this shit.
Yes.
All right. So, this is Christian Creasy. That's Lionel Chapman. And that's Ira Childs. Until next time, y'all stay scared. Love you guys. Peace and love.
Get your cognac.
Peace. Oh.
Yeah!
Peace out.